Hey, party people, it's Cliff. Good morning. The first Monday after after not working, I am heading to the gym. And I had a thought in my mind, right? And it's about just doing it or doing what you want to do. And you know what? Does a cat well, he's the neighbor, he's coming in. Well, here's a question. Does a cat like watch other cat videos and try to figure out, what to do as a cat? Does the cat, look at it and say, like, oh, like, I need to have these methods or these, like, things in order to figure out how to do, X, Y, Z? How do I lose weight? How do I get another job? How do I do this? Like, no, the cat just does what cat does. A cat's just a cat. And, in a way, like, I wonder what humans did, long ago before social media and farming and all that stuff. And you just, you woke up in the morning, you foraged food, and, you figured something out. And then this guy behind me is honking because he needs the whatever. But I'm going to turn when I'm going to turn. So he can wait. I don't know why people, see, that's the thing, right? Like, this guy behind me, he's honking. And I'm like, I'm waiting for traffic to go. Like, what is this guy, like, doing? And he's turning the same way. Oh, man. Everyone's trying to rush, and everyone's trying to, like, get to where they need to go, and panicking and stress and all that stuff. And, you got to sit back and you got to say to yourself, what would a cat do? Like, is a cat stressed? Like, maybe if it sees another cat and they want to, like, claw at each other. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. But I don't think a cat, as the cat videos go, that's sitting on your couch or whatever, that they're gonna, like, be complaining about what's happening during the day. And maybe that's it. I don't like to complain. And I know a lot of videos and social media out there are just everybody complaining. And rightfully so in some cases, in some form or fashion. Everyone's got their own place, their own, local place in the world where they can see, just what's going on, and maybe things aren't right where you are. But at the same time, it's like, I guess I'm the type of person that figures out what to do outside and just, I don't know. Like, I got no stress. I have no stress whatsoever, except for this guy who pulled out in front of me. But it's all right. I guess you just take it one day at a time, right? Like just a cat. Cat wakes up in the morning. Cat does what cat does, and then, it comes back home and it goes to bed. And I guess it's the same thing right here. We're going to the gym. We're doing a thing. We're sort of multitasking today. We're also going to get some gas. And, hopefully not get into a car accident because LA traffic's crazy. But, at the end of the day, it's like, there's all these kind of, like, tips and techniques and, videos that you can learn, and you can fall down a rabbit hole. Man, there's like, there's thousands or hundreds of thousands of books on, how to be a better human being. There are thousands of books on how to, make money this way or that way. Heck, my entire news article feed is just trying to figure out how to, get, invest in these stocks, and, and the emails keep on sending. It's like, we've done this and we've done that. And a little bit of it's overwhelming, but also a little bit is like, it is our world. But honestly, if you had a tent, enough food and water, and you were out there in the middle of the woods and you stayed there for a week, I bet you'd be a changed person. I remember one time I took a little small vacation out to Joshua Tree National Park. And that's the thing. I guess you gotta, say, like, oh, these are national parks in the U.S. You gotta preserve them, because that's the only place where, you can actually find some peace and quiet. But I remember it being so quiet out there that I would walk on the sand and I would feel the crunch of the sand underneath my feet, so crisp and clear. And you realize that, and I also had a rule too. It's like if I would walk a certain distance, and if I turn around and I didn't see the car, I would walk back. And I was the only one there too. I think it was during a heat wave, which was 120 degrees, like it was coming out. So I had 4 gallons of water or whatever. And I was like, I'm not dying out here. And it was nice, it was nice experiencing like solitude and loneliness. And not loneliness, but just solitude, just being, one with yourself. Because you realize, granted, look, you put me in a, I'm not no Les Strauss. If you know that guy's name, he's the guy that started all of the, survival, lone survivalist out in the middle of nowhere. Look, you put me out in the middle of nowhere, I'm not gonna survive. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll eat some berries, get sick, and survive. But, I don't have that kind of training. I'm trained for the city. I'm trained for modern society. But there is there is this sort of, I guess you could say, like caveman, origins of where humans used to be, tribes, that kind of thing. And, it's really relaxing. And I guess you could say that, if you're a cat, that's all you know. You don't have any of these videos on how to be a cat. You don't have all these videos on how to catch mice. You don't have all these videos on, what a scratching post is, or, where to use the bathroom, or how to catch a fish or whatever. And a cat just bees a cat. And I guess the message here is that, human just tries to be a human. And whatever that means, you accept everything for what it is, and then move on from there. And then, that's all it is. If you accept everything for the way it is and understand that, the guy honking back, at me, I can't change his mind. I can't tell him to stop honking. Just like these stoplights, I can't tell him to turn green or stop red. Hey, I was going to Costco the other day at work, and they had it roped off. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not getting gas today. It's like, all right, move on to something else. There's enough stuff in the world, and there's enough things in the world where you can, actively move on and adjust if something doesn't go your way. Yesterday on Friday I sent out, a beautiful email on, sending out stuff from work, and pretty much, it was great. I love everybody there. It's like, hey, it's really great to work with you guys. I'm proud of the work that we did. I'm proud of all of the things that happened, and I look forward to working with you again. And I wrote my email wrong, my additional contact email, and I was like, ooh, yeah. And then one of my work colleagues was like, hey, your email's wrong. Do you want us to fix that for you because you lost access to all your emails? I'm like, yes, please do. Thank you. So, it's whatever. Mistakes aren't really mistakes. They're just, it's just it happens. It's like, I don't know. Life is a game. Life is a game you play, and you only get one play. Well, you kind of don't get one play. You get a whole bunch of different games and resets. I don't know. I'm only parroting what other videos I've watched and what other beliefs that I've had. And I don't know why, but every single other car on this road is crossing the center line. And for whatever reason. Let's see how many people are at the Costco. Not a lot of people. That's good. Still a lot of people. Yeah, we'll go there after the gym. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, just be a cat. Behave like a cat, where a cat is just they're chill. Sometimes they get angry if there's a, dog or whatever, they're hungry. But, that's why we love them. That's why we love those silly cats, the silly dogs. Anyways, that's all I got. I don't have anything else. you know, it's easy to complain about stuff that's going wrong. I could say, you know, oh, woe is me, my job is this and that and whatever, but you know, that you gotta prepare. You just you gotta look at the state of the world. You gotta look at, you know, you gotta take all the information in from all different kinds of sources, and then you have to objectively like look, and you have to objectively think. You have to kind of step back and step away from social media, and then use your own noggin, use your own mind. And then you have to like just stop for a second, right? I mean, there's phrases like all throughout time, like stop and smell the roses. Like you're not actually stopping to smell the roses. You're stopping there to ponder, to see, to like look, to feel, to figure out like what is happening inside of you and the emotions and the logic that you feel. And then, you know, being okay with forgiving your mistakes, just like my email, and being okay with forgiving yourself if you know, if things don't go your way. And if things don't go your way, then that's fine too, you know. It's just, you got to make those calculations to where if things don't go your way, you're not like out of luck. You're not going to lose a leg, you know, or lose a hand or lose an eyeball. So, you know, that's my take for you is, you know, like see, like this guy right here, why is he coming over into my lane? Man, it's just like, these are the little things, right? I mean, it's like, you know, don't let death by 1,000 cuts get you, you know? And it's just like, all right, well, you know, the guy wants to come over to the lane, I'll just move over and let him go. You know, they can win. That's no problem. Anyway. Well, I hope you guys learned something. I did. I think I did. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, you know, you stay good out there, stay positive, you know, stay hopeful. You know, fix the problems that are like within your sphere of influence, and you know, we'll make it till tomorrow. So until next time, keep on keeping on. Bye.